Over the past few months, Rob and I, we've actually had the privilege of meeting many of our industry's top leaders, and they've traveled to corporate from around the country, and they look at the facility. They want to hear what the exciting buzz is all about. And after they tour the facilities and meet the wonderful support team, they have one question they ask me. They say, Doc, where did it all begin? So tonight I'm going to share with you the inception of our two first-to-market products and kind of give you a brief overview of really where it all began. In the early 90s, I actually learned something that forever changed my views on nutrition. A patient told me she was having a clogged-up septic tank repaired, and the repairman found the cause of her blockage and proceeded to show this woman hundreds of undigested vitamin pills, some of them with the brand name still readable. Now, this hit me really hard because here I was, a naturopathic physician, nutritionist almighty, personally taking 26 vitamin and mineral pills per day myself, and then sending out my patients. They were hopping out the door with a bag full of pills that I sold them. What that meant is this: I was taking money from patients for nutrition that I had just learned wasn't even being digested. That means I was ripping them off, and this hit me really hard. Then another patient came in a few weeks after that, and you might have heard of him, the actor named Andy Griffith. And Andy told me he was having some intestinal problems, and after his doctor examined him, he discovered an impacted colon and asked Andy if he was taking a bunch of vitamin pills. And Andy told him, yeah, I'm taking a bunch of pills. I'm taking 30 vitamin and mineral pills per day. The doctor said, well, you better stop taking them because they're not breaking down and they're not getting digested, and that's the cause of your problem. Well, you're probably wondering on the call, what fool recommended Andy Griffith take 30 pills every single day? You're listening to that fool. That person was me. But as a nutritionist, you know, I did what I was taught. That's what we were taught. And I practiced what I preached. Like a good little nutritionist, I, too, was taking a handful of pills every day. And I realized I was wrong. The PDR, that's known as the Physician's Desk Reference, also people will refer to that as the Medical Bible. Every medical office has this book. Well, on page 1542, it showed that vitamins and minerals in pill form are at best 10% absorbed. Now, would anybody on this call give me a nice, crisp $100 bill in exchange for $10? Think about it. Nobody on this call would do that. Isn't that what's happening? You're paying $100 to get $10 worth of nutrition. So my search for the answer really led me to the conclusion that a liquid whole food supplement would be the answer. It would get into the system better, and it was whole food. Well, in 1996, I wrote a featured article for a national magazine entitled Liquid Nutrition, the Wave of the Future. I compared liquid nutrition to the CD and vitamin pills to the cassette tape. Well, once somebody experienced the superior quality of the CD, you know what? They never went back to the cassette tape. If they just tried it, they don't go backwards. Eventually, all the health food stores I would contact would laugh at me. These health food stores would say, Dr. Friedman, no one would ever drink their nutrition. Get out of here. I'm not interested. I'm telling you, there wasn't a health food store that would embrace the concept. But I was persistent. And long story short, eventually every health food store in America started selling liquid products. I challenge you to find one now that doesn't. And it was exciting to see this paradigm shift in the nutrition world. But here's the problem. The CD that replaced the cassette tape would soon be replaced by something even better, the iPod. It was time to move forward to frontiers that had yet to be discovered, the nutritional equivalent to the MP3 player. That was my goal. Liquids, they are superior to pills, no doubt. But I believe they're not the best source of nutrition. The best source of nutrition is in chewable form. Why is that? Let's go back to high school. What were we taught? We were taught in high school that digestion begins in the mouth. Our teeth break up what we eat, and the amylase, the lipase, and the lipozymes in our saliva assimilate the ingredients. And you know what? This takes place before reaching the stomach. That's not my opinion. It's documented science. Chewables offer quicker and superior assimilation, and unlike liquid products, they contain no watered-down nutrients or chemical preservatives like sodium benzoate. See, water, it's the #1 breeding ground for bacteria and fungus. So the government requires chemical preservatives like sodium benzoate to be added to these liquid products. This is the same chemical used in fireworks and silver polish. It's a fungicide. Who on this call wants to drink a chemical fungicide? Me, I want some. No, we don't want chemical fungicide in our drink. Put it on your big toe if you got toenail fungus. Keep it out of my nutritional supplements. Also, if you mix the sodium benzoate with ascorbic acid or vitamin C, it turns into the chemical called benzene, which is a toxic carcinogen found in gasoline. After the call, Google search sodium benzoate plus ascorbic acid. It creates a carcinogen. Then, if you're a guest on this call and you're currently consuming a superfruit or sea vegetable drink, because we know Chews4health team members aren't doing that, but if you're a guest and you're drinking these drinks, when we hang up, go get the label. Most of these drinks have sodium benzoate with ascorbic acid or fruits that contain vitamin C. Wow, it's science. I'm not making this stuff up. Also, if you read the label, when we hang up, if those of you that are hooked on your liquids, grab the back and read the label. You're going to hear these words, or you're going to read these words. It's going to say on the back, refrigerate after opening. And then ask yourself, why does it say this? Why are those words there? I'm going to tell you why. Because once the seal is broken, once it's opened, oxygen enters and free radicals begin to destroy the live phytonutrients and enzymes. Every day you open that bottle and drink another ounce, guess what happens? More oxygen enters and murders, kills the active ingredients. That's why 4 weeks after opening your orange juice or apple juice or pineapple juice, it's no longer good and it has to be discarded. The first ounce, now that's potent. That's the most potent because you know why? It hasn't been exposed to oxygen. But by the second and third week, nutritional drinks have lost most of their potency. Refrigerate after opening. There's a reason for that. Our chewable nutritional products, they come in blister packets. Don't have to refrigerate after opening. It's not an issue. The third week, our product is just as potent as the first day because it's not being exposed to those ravishing effects of the free radicals in the air. That's what's exciting about this. They wanted the product to actually be in a bottle. And I said, well, oxygen's still going to get in it and kill them. I want it to be in blister packets because when you puncture that blister and it opens, it's being exposed right into oxygen. I didn't even want a bottle going in there and having oxygen because you do that with fruits and vegetables, you will get issues with that. However, I envisioned something bigger, a chewable product with natural whole food ingredients. There's nothing alive with Fred, Barney, and Wilma. There's no fruits, there's no vegetables, no live enzymes. It's chemicals. So I did a Google search to see what type of competition we would have, and to my amazement, it came back with 0 results. I knew right then at that moment, if this dream would become a reality, it would mean we would be product innovators, not product imitators. And I'll tell you what, that's easier said than done. 14 leading manufacturers said it was not possible. Now, you hear that a lot. Trust me, they didn't just say, nope, not interested, well, not possible, and they hang the phone up. Some of them tried, gave it their best shot, and failed. One of these companies that failed was the publicly traded mega giant Douglas Laboratories. After over a dozen attempts, their head PhD told me, Dr. Friedman, give up. We'll make it into a pill or a liquid, but your product is not possible to be created in a chewable. Now, when he told me that, I got to be honest with you, I shouted out a 4-letter word after hearing that, and that 4-letter word was next, N-E-X-T. In fact, I said that 4-letter word quite a lot during the formulation of the product. The list goes on and on and on and on. We're talking the top, the best of the best of the best, told me it was impossible. 3.5 years of trials and tribulations. Through perseverance and determination, the dream finally became a reality, and we have Chews4health, the world's first superfruit, sea vegetable, antioxidant chewable. Real quick, brief breakdown of the ingredients. Chews4health, it has 16 ingredients, the best from land and sea. Now, the 4, that's 4 complexes. That's what the 4 stands for. We have 4 superfruits, goji, noni, mangosteen, and acai berry. These are considered by many nutritionists to be the most nutrient-rich fruits on the planet. These exotic fruits have more health-enhancing properties than any fruits grown on American soil. They contain more beta-carotene than carrots, more vitamin C than oranges, more protein than wheat, more antioxidants than spinach, and 30 times more health-enhancing proanthocyanidins than grapes. There currently exists no product on the market that has combined these 4 superfoods into a chewable form.